Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me okay. I went for this nice walk since it's absolutely beautiful today. I hope it's nice wherever you're at and you can get a chance to get outside. But this really nice walking trail just happens to go alongside a highway, so I apologize if there's too much background noise, but whenever I get outside and go for a walk, especially when it's beautiful out, despite the noise, I can still hear, birds chirping and all of that. I do some of my best thinking, and I just wanted to get on here and chat a little bit about my story and how I kind of got here. And this walking trail in particular, I've come to quite a few times before. I've brought my daughter, but I also distinctly remember coming here once after leaving a business type meeting with these people who were supposed to be, like small business type mentors, and I thought I was going in there to just ask some basic questions on building a business, and instead I felt like I was being interrogated by two older guys who had no idea what I was talking about or what my business was, and they were insulting me throughout. And I kind of left there in a fog, in a daze, more so than I already was. I was kind of in the midst of a bit of an identity crisis that I don't even know if I could even put my finger on the fact that that's what it was. But I came here to this walking trail after that meeting, and I started the walk really upset, like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? I must not know anything. And I ended the walk like running to my car, excited about all of the ideas I was having. So when I had gotten pregnant with Scarlett, I was like full-blown identity crisis and didn't realize it, but it was a few months after leaving my career as a hairstylist, thanks to years of pain and a rheumatoid arthritis diagnosis, and I left to kind of focus on my health. And because I was in so much pain, I couldn't do it anymore. And a few months later, I got pregnant with my daughter, and here I was going from what I thought my identity was as a hairstylist in this really social environment and this social job, to being home, pregnant, and assuming a new role of stay-at-home mom. And I was pretty miserable and depressed, and I was not embracing any of the changes to my body, to my life, none of it. It all terrified me and left me feeling like, who am I? What is my purpose? What am I doing? And I really didn't start embracing any of that until Scarlett was, 6-7 months old. I spent the majority of my pregnancy maybe on the outside happy, but really miserable inside, to the point where I made it pretty clear that I had no intention of ever having another child, even before she was born, even before I knew what it was like to, really raise a child. I didn't like being pregnant. I hated feeling out of control of my own body, even though it was a body that I had spent most of my life hating, and especially at that point more than ever, since to me, my body failed me, and it was because of this health issue with the arthritis that I was no longer in my career, and I was letting myself really fall victim to it and stay the victim of my circumstances, and to look at it like the worst thing that has ever happened to me. And even though I had wanted to have a child, I had suffered a miscarriage a year earlier, and I should have been, just extra grateful after a year of trying that I was pregnant, but it was in the midst of too many changes and too many things that were terrifying me. And with fear, or with change, comes fear. It's a natural instinct. Like, no matter if you're happy or not, when you're comfortable in something, you kind of want to stay in it. And the change and the fear of the unknown can really stop you from doing things and embracing the change. So for me, I was kind of forced to embrace the change or be miserable, really. I could have continued down the road I was on of, being victim to my arthritis and to just being content, assuming my new role as a mom, which I wouldn't trade for anything, but it's not my only role, and it doesn't have to be my only role. And I really felt like something was missing, and I was just constantly searching for what my thing was going to be. And until I started really taking charge and embracing things and embracing the changes and not being so fearful, that's when I really got, opened my mind up and stopped letting things hold me back. And even with a baby, I knew I had to do better. I had to do better for her, and I had to do better for me. So I couldn't just curl up in a ball any longer and be content with being unhappy or thinking that I now had to put any of my dreams or whatever on hold because I was a mother. Like, you can do both. It's possible. I've done it. So now here I am, pregnant again, and loving everything about it, and loving the idea that, it is going to change me. Having 2 kids is inevitably going to be a change, and it's going to change me, but I'm embracing it because I know how exciting now it can be. It's not as scary. Of course, there's still a little bit of fear because who knows what it will really be like to, have 2 kids. But I've also learned from my past experience that it's really a chance to rebirth myself and go with the flow and be open-minded and look for the things in life that are allowing me to create the life I want, and not to settle in a life that doesn't, make me happy. And showing my kids along the way and showing them that it is possible to be a great mother, to be a businesswoman, to do things for myself, and it's okay. It's not being selfish or anything. It's the opposite, really. And one quote that always sticks with me, and I wish I remembered where I heard it or who said it, but when you don't put yourself first, you teach everybody else that you come second. And no matter if you're a mother or not, you should never put yourself second or teach others that you come second. Because ultimately, you're the one who's going to look out for you more than anything. And you have to surround yourself with people and things that allow you to do that and support you in doing that. Not things that make you feel guilty for doing that, or people that make you feel guilty for doing that. And being pregnant can be scary. And whether it's your first or your 4th child, it brings change. Changes to your body, changes to your family, changes to your life. And if we let that fear overwhelm us and take over, then we miss the chance of amazing growth and opportunities, and to really create the life we want with our family and with all of the changes. And as much as it scared me the first time around, watching my body change and gaining weight and hating every part of that, I'm at such a different place now where I've learned that, my body is not an ornament, it's an instrument. And it's going to change, but with that change, there's so much beauty. And with that change, there's so much opportunity, and there's so much growth, and there's so much more to life. And that when we keep an open mind to all of these changes and embrace them, that's when the amazing things really start to happen. So I know that I'm not the only one that, felt the way I did when I was pregnant the first time, because it's scary and it's hard. And if you've ever struggled with body image stuff before getting pregnant, pregnancy just amplifies it. And we live in a, fast-paced, crazy world, and anxiety and depression are on the rise with everybody, and especially with pregnant women. And my goal is to to help pregnant women go through their pregnancies feeling amazing and happy and joyful and blissful and embracing the changes and really focusing on all the good. Because of course there's good and bad in everything. That's life, and there's good and bad aspects of pregnancy. I'm not saying it's going to be all perfect and happy the whole time, but it's about changing your perspective and really focusing on the beauty of it and the joy that it brings. And it's such a short, fleeting moment of time in your life when you really think about it. So that's my purpose. That is what I'm here to do. I am here to help the mom-to-be really embrace all of the changes, to embrace the fear, to take control of the stress and the overwhelm, and to feel safe and confident and comfortable talking about these fears and talking about everything that comes up for her. So she really gives herself the opportunity to rebirth when she births her child, and to create the life that she's always wanted, or maybe the life that she never even knew she wanted, but to be open-minded and to put herself first, because what's best for mama is best for baby. So if you are pregnant or on the journey to becoming and you feel like you could use some help in this area to embrace all of the changes and embrace the fear and really embrace the next chapter in your life, please don't hesitate to reach out, shoot me a message, and we'll chat and see if I can help you. But even if it's not nice where you are today, get outside, get some fresh air. It does wonders for your mood and for your energy. So I will be seeing you all soon. Bye.